Hello and welcome to my demo series, and today I'll discuss about creating a SharePoint approval flow with Power Automate and PowerApp. So in this video I would like to divide into two parts. One is creating the forms through PowerApps, and then in the later video, in the next video, I will discuss about how to create the flow through the Power Automate. Yeah, so as you can see in my screen, I have one flow which is the access management system. So in my demos, I will create this flow, and based on these requirement which is there on your screen. So first, an employee submit a form, and then it goes to HR. HR receive the form and then review the form and then approve reject, and then retail manager review the form and then approve reject, and then IT review the form and review the request and then approve or reject. And after that the access card will be granted. Like in the end we will send an email to all those stakeholders. And meanwhile, in the flow itself, you can see these red arrows. So these red arrows are in the terms of rejection. So if the retail manager reject this form, it will goes back to HR, and if IT reject it, it goes to retail manager. So I will just try to make it as a state machine workflow where a request can go back and forth between the users, so they can decide on how to progress with the application. Okay, let me go to my SharePoint environment. So as you can see, I'm in my SharePoint demo site. I've named even that site as a demo. So what I will do in this step, that I will create a SharePoint list. So I go to site content and click on new list, and then I'll just say access management. Alright, and I'll just create this thing. Let me create some columns over here. So I'll just say employee email, and then employee email, and then I'll just save it, and let me just say what would be his starting date and the ending date of this access management, like the when it's gonna be active and when it's gonna be deactivated or expired. So I'll just say, okay, no, this is not correct. Date and start date and save and expired date. Alright, I can just say save it. So that's my whole bunch of columns which are required for my Power Apps and my whole flow, Power Automate and the whole flow. Yeah, so let me go into my Power Apps, and I'll create a new Canvas app over here. So I'll click on the Canvas app from blank, and I'll just say which format I require. So I would say I will go with tablet, and I'll just say access management demo, and create this one. Okay, so skip, and yes. So yeah, let me select a background image for my forms. So I just say background image, and this one, and fill this one. Yep. And so this is my first screen. So what I will do, I will name this screen as my all submission and let me put some buttons. So button, what I'm just dragging 3 buttons, so just to give them a kind of a tab look and feel, just to make it as a tab look and feel. Yep. Alright, so all submissions, I will just say this one is this would be my new item, new submission. So I'll just change the text of it, text, yeah, new submission, and I'll just say this one, let me change the text, is all submission and this would be my submission by me. Alright, so this is as you can see, like my this form is this screen is all submission, so I would give it kind of a give it a kind of a green background, so that not this green, this is better. So this will give us okay, on which screen we are, so we will consider this is our all submission. Alright, so now what I will do, I will drop data table over here, and then I will attach this data table to my newly created SharePoint list, access management list. Alright, so let me just drag and drop over here, and I need to create a new data source, so I'll just click on the plus, click on this data source, and then connectors, and then I need to check the SharePoint, choose the already existing one, and I know my URL on the site, and then let me just select and this one, and it picks up my list name. So I'll just click on this connect button, and it will bring up my data into it. So I'll just say data source, access management, and it should bring up these 3 columns. Okay, so that's good. Now what I need to do, I need to do the same thing on the submission by me. Let's create another screen over here. So what I will do, I will just make this screen as a duplicate, and I'll just say I'll rename it, and as my submission by me. So I just say submission by me, and then the third one would be okay, let's just work on this one, then we'll come on the new submission. So the all submission, and what I'll do, when you use a click on the submission by me, it will take me to this screen. So okay, I need to rename it. Sorry, I just realized that I just make the spelling mistake. Alright, okay, and submission by me. What I will do, then on select, I will navigate to on select. Yep, on select, I'll just say navigate, and then I will put submission by me. So on the on select, I'll just navigate to the other screen, and then on the new submission we will come back on the new submission. Alright, and I'll just go into the other one, the submission by me, and then I'll just take off this color and make this color as, I think that's no, that's not the color. if that's the color on the submission by me, and I would make it as a green color just to make that we are on the submission by me. All right, and on this one, on the data table, what I need to do, that I need to fill this form based on my user email. So I would like to, what I will do, that I will populate only those submission which has been submitted by that user, particular user, the current user. All right, okay, what I will do, that I'll just go to items, and then items, and then just say filter, and then access management, filter access management, and and filter access management, and I'll just say, yeah, so created by dot yeah. So what I will do, just say access management, I need to provide the source, sorry, access management, I need to provide the source, and then logical test, I just say created by dot email, created by dot email equal to user, current user. So this is how I get the current user, dot, and then I should say email. So current user email, and then all right. So if it is, if that pass, like if the created by dot email is equal to user dot email, it will bring up all those items which is have been submitted by the current user. Okay, and as many of you know that there is a automated columns created by SharePoint itself. If I create an item, it will mark as a Shakir. If anyone else, it marked by their name and by their email address, and they put all sort of details into this created by. It's basically a claims object. Okay, now so what I will do is I will create a third one, and the third one would be a new submission. So let me just duplicate this one, and we don't want this one, so I'll just remove this one, and let me rename it, and rename it new submission, and in the new submission, what I'll need to do, that I need to put an edit form or a new form. So this is the edit or a display form. So in the edit form, I use it as a new form as well. So new form, edit form, and I'll just say edit form, and I'll just put it make it bit smaller from the bottom, so that I will put some button in order to click, in order to make it as in order to submit it. Yep. So I'll select the data source, make the data source as it is, and so I don't require this attachment, so I'll just take this off, and these are good enough for me. And yeah, so let me do one thing, that let me put a button over here just to make it as a submit. I'll change the text. Change the text is submit. All right. And submit button. And what I'll do over here, that let me just change the navigation for this one. Put the proper navigation to the proper submission sorry, screen. So submission by me, it should take to navigate, and then navigate, and then I just put where I need to navigate, submission by me. All right, and then and we should let me make it as blue. So all summation it should, and then we should navigate to all summation screen. Yep. And new I'll just make it as a new as it is, so we don't need to redirect anywhere else. So make it as a green, so we know that we are in the new submission screen. And then let me just put it see over here what I can do over here. So yeah, so let me just say navigate, and so basically I'm wiring this up, and new submission as well. The new submission, let me wire with the new submission, and same goes with the old submission as well. So yep, make it as a new submission and on select. Yep, on select. It should be on top. No, on select and navigate to summation. All right, let's go. So I think we are good enough. Let me just give it a dry run over here. Like you can preview the app. So let me just click on it and see are we going to purpose screen or not. Submission, from all submission go to new submission, from submission by me go to new submission. So I think it's working fine. And the last bit is that I need to put a logic over here to on select. So on select, I would say I will use the patch function. So the patch function will edit the form or create the new form. So in my example over here, I will just add a new form. But in my previous example, in my previous video, you can see that I have used this patch function for the new form and for the update the existing form. So I'll just say new form and access management and comma, and the record is so on the submit button. What I'll do that I'll just say patch, and I need to provide a data source. So data source access management, and the record would be my form1 dot updates. So it will create a new item into my list. As I'm not going into updating existing item right now, I'm just considering this is only the new item. New item and new form. So okay, so what I will do that after this one, I would say navigate to, let me create a new screen for you, success screen. So what I'll do after the submission button, click on the submission button, I will take the user over here as a success message. So success message, and then add a background. I add the same background and fill it with fill items. And then what I'll do that I'll just navigate this one after the submission. I'll just say navigate to screen 1. Let me rename it properly. And success, make it a success. And when I click on the new button, click over here, and then I'll just say over here success. Yep, cool. Okay, so I think that looks good. And if I just create this button app on the start, I would just navigate to, whenever it started, just navigate to all submission. Yep, on the start I will just make it as a default screen all submission. Yep. So let me just publish this one file and save it. Save as access management demo, and I'll save it. Saving as an access management demo. And what I'll do, I'll share with everyone. I will share this with everyone, and I don't send an invitation, I just share it so that they can use this app. Alright, okay, so what I'll do, I click on it. This is the actual app. So let me submit a new submission, new access home. So I'll just say access 1, say Shakir, at share on Microsoft.com, and I'll just select value over here. I didn't put any validation or verification that the date should be lesser than from the start date or end date, but you can put it. It's not a big deal. And I click OK, and then I just click on the submit button. It should take me to the success screen. Yep. Yeah, so this is done, and if I go back into my list and refresh it, so it should, yep, it should bring those alright, okay. And if I want to go back and see how it is populating my submission, so I just submission, so you can see all submission showing my submission. And if I just click on the submission by me, and it's showing that submission as well. So over here I will end this video and see you on my next video, where I will link this form with my Power Automate flow. Thank you guys listening for me. See you. Bye.